Hello and welcome ProITians. So in the last session we saw how we are going to create the account, right? And I hope you have created your free accounts there, right? And then we also saw how we are going to create the budget, right? Uh, and I hope you have also created the budget because you don't want to overspend, right? Though you have the availability for 30 days, but it should not happen that you spend the entire amount on the first day and then you don't have enough money left for practicing, right? So it's better that you create a budget and you practice on the sessions, and then you can actually be sure that you are not overspending, right? Right. We are going to look at more sessions about how we're going to utilize or create the virtual machines, and then we are going to look also at how we are going to utilizing uh, various things like how we're going to manage the NSGs, ASGs, and all those sort of things, VNets, and all those things, right? But in this session, what we are starting today is actually it's going to talk about two things. One we are going to touch base on the portal and how we're going to manage Azure resources on the portal, right? So uh, we are going to touch base on the various components. There are 6 components that are required that we can utilize to manage our Azure resources. So we're going to touch base on this. Then next one, we're going to touch base on the high level overview of the portal. In that, what we're going to talk about is how we're going to view through the various icons on the top bar, like menus, notifications, settings, and how we're going to create a support cases, and how we want to actually um, plan your home page when you are going to log into your portal. Is it, do you want to have the home page or something else? Those sort of things we want to look at, right? Okay, guys. So I'll see you in this session, right? Thank you. Welcome back to ProITians. So in this session we are going to look at the tools that we are going to use to manage Microsoft Azure. And then later on we are going to go through the portal and see what are the options that we are that are available. It's going to be a quick overview of the portal, right? So we are not going to go in detail on this session now, but we are going to have a quick overview. Okay, great. So let's start with the tools that we are going to use to manage Azure portal. All right, great. So we have various tools that we can use to manage the resources on Azure portal, namely Azure portal, that is portal.azure.com, and then you can have Azure command line interface, PowerShell, Cloud Shell, SDKs, and mobile apps. Yeah. So yes, you do have a mobile app by which you can manage Azure portal. So let's talk about the Azure portal. Okay, great. So what are the things that we can get from the Azure portal? Okay, so Azure portal is a GUI to manage Azure cloud services such as compute, storage, VMs, and applications, and other sorts of cloud resources, be it PaaS, IaaS, or SaaS model. It doesn't matter. So you can use that portal, and it's a GUI based interface. Yeah, it provides an option to run Cloud Shell and PowerShell. So those are the options by which you can actually run some scripts and get the output, the desired output. We are going to talk about Cloud Shell and PowerShell later in this session. All right. For now, please note that via portal you can open a Cloud Shell and a PowerShell. All right. So you can access the portal using portal.azure.com. We will actually have a quick overview on the portal in this session. So keep watching. All right, now let's talk about the Azure command line interfaces and Azure PowerShell. Okay, yeah. So as Azure command line interfaces and Azure PowerShell, they provide a management to manage cross-platform resources, right? So it doesn't matter if you have you're trying to manage a Mac resource or Linux resource or Windows resource. It doesn't matter. So you can still manage all those things using the command line interface, that is CLI. It enables you to connect to cloud resources remotely, right? You don't have to connect to the server and then run some commands. No, you can log into the portal, open the shell, and you can manage those systems. It also helps in optimizing automating work through scripts. Yeah. So, for example, if you have to deploy a lot of VMs and you have to do it in quick time, you won't be doing this on the portal because it's a GUI-based interface. Yes, it's ease of use. Yes, but still, when we are talking about bulk, it's always better to do it through scripts. And the Azure PowerShell or Azure CLI, they actually gives you the platform to do that. All right, let's talk about Azure Cloud Shell. So Azure Cloud Shell can be accessed through a browser and again through the portal.azure.com for managing resources in cloud. Okay, it's a Microsoft managed admin machine on Azure. So that means you don't have to do the work of, or you don't have to spend some effort of installing, versioning and maintaining a machine. It's automatically getting done for you by Microsoft, right? It can be accessed through the portal shell.azure.com as well as through the mobile Azure mobile app. Yeah. All right, let's talk about SDKs, Azure SDKs, right? So as we know, Azure SDKs has a lot of collection of libraries for programming language. Yeah, you can have a look out here. Yeah, you name a language and you have an SDK for that, right? So all this helps in managing your resources on Azure. Yeah, it helps in building applications that helps in building and managing Azure services, right? Self-explanatory, isn't it? Right? Let's move to the last one, that is Azure mobile app. All right, so Azure mobile app is like any other app which you can actually download from a Google Play Store or Apple Store, and you can use it to manage your infrastructure. Okay, so it can be used to perform some actions such as monitoring health and status of Azure resources, diagnosing and fixing issues on the go. Right, you can do that all from your mobile. Run commands using command shell to manage Azure resources. Okay, great. So before we move on to the portal and have a quick look on what are the things that we can do on the portal, let's have this is some of the link which you can use for improving your or brushing your knowledge. All right, now having said so, I'll move to the portal. Okay, there we go. So for this, what I'll do is I'll go to the browser and I'll click on portal.azure.com and I click on enter. Okay, so I need to provide my email address, that is the admin ID that I've used for configuring my account, right? And then I click on next. All right, it asks me for password, so I'm going to key in my password. All right, so here is the portal, right? All right, let's actually quickly run through the portal. So this is the place where actually you can have the menu which you can use
for managing the resources on cloud. And as you can see, there are under favorites we have quite a few items here. But remember guys, these are not the only services that are available in Azure. Azure have tons of services, but this is just the list of favorites. Yeah, so it has actually made up the list as default. So when you're going to log in for the first time, this is the list which you're going to have on your portal as well. Yeah, right. So there's nothing to do out here for now. Right now, this is the place where it's asking me to change my model. Currently I'm on a free trial of 30 days, right? So here it is, it's actually asking me to option for upgrade, where I'll be changing, where the option will be changed from free trial to pay as you go model, right? And then you have this icon. This is for Cloud Shell. This is where you're going to initiate the Cloud Shell. So I'm clicking on that, and this is where actually you're going to use for automating your deployment or any particular tasks that you want to do, right? Okay, so here you will have two options, either to run a bash or you want to run a PowerShell. So we can try both of them. So let's click on bash. Yeah, so it actually since this is the first time that we are actually configuring this bash, so it says you have no storage mounted, right? So what we'll have to do is, since this is the first time, what we'll have to do is we'll have to create a new storage. And then it says that since we are going to use that, it will create a new storage account for us, and then it will incur a small monthly cost, right? So it's fine, we can go ahead and do that. So I'll click on storage. So as you can see, the storage account is created, and now we are in the bash shell. Yeah, so out here also you can actually start using the account, but we are not going to do that for now. It's just a quick demo. We will have in detail in the coming sessions. Yeah, and then out here you can actually change from bash to PowerShell. So it says with it's right to go ahead. I click on confirm, and then it's actually changing to PowerShell. Alright, so it will take just a moment before actually it goes ahead and changes to PowerShell. So let's give it a moment. Alright, as you can see, this one is done, and we are now in PowerShell. Yeah, great. Let's move to the next one. I'll close this window. I can do it by clicking out here, or I can do it by clicking out here, right? So this one is actually about directory and subscription. So as you can see, I mean, we are into free trial, and we don't have any other subscription left out, to show out here. So later on, once you actually change it to a pay as you go model, you can actually modify a lot of things. You can actually provide the granular level subscription to your department. For example, you might have an engineering department, and all your machines are tagged with the for the engineering department. Then you can create a subscription for that department using that tag. All these details we are going to look in the coming sessions, but those are the things that you can do. And for example, you're actually looking for tagging a subscription for sales department again, and that's what you can do. So it is going to help you in actually forecasting the billing for the team, and also to look at what was the past bill, and with that you can actually use it to bill that department. All right, okay, great. And now next one is on notification. So this one, it actually gives me the all the notifications which are happening on this particular account which I have created. Right, tomorrow if I'm going to create a virtual machine, it is all going to show up here. So whatever in activity that we are going to do on the portal with regards to management of resources, that is all going to come out here. Okay, and as you can see, it's still showing me 13,300 rupees, but which is equivalent to about 200 US dollars. And if you are in Europe, it will be about 170 pounds. Yeah, so it is equivalent to about $200, right? Let's move to the next one, that is settings. So this one actually can help in managing the portal. So it's about the portal settings, right? Like when you click on when you're going to come on the home, so what are the things you want? You want to look in the dashboard sort of a thing, or you want to come to the home page. Yeah, when you're going to log into the portal.azure.com, so what actually should be your first view, right, or your default view, right? Then again, the layout, is it going to be the pivot layout or the docked layout? So if you're looking at the docked layout, this is how it is going to look like, right? Instead of the flyout layout, it's going to be here, and you can actually find the same things doing here. Yeah, I leave it as it is, and all those things, like you want to have what are the themes that you want to have, in case if you're fascinated about dark theme, that is how you can actually set up. But for now, I'll leave it as default. I'll make the modifications later, right? So it actually gives me the option to enable the pop-ups notification. So that is, I'll leave it as it is. And then I'll move to the next one, that is the help menu. So this is the place where you can actually raise your support cases to Microsoft, right, and find your case logs here. Yep. And then the last one is about the feedback, where you can actually give your smileys and your sad faces, whatever you want to do it. It's up to you, but yeah, those are the options that are available, right? Great. So now let me actually quickly run through the great. So let me quickly run through the other parts, like how we can create a resource. So if you want to create a resource, we have to click on create a resource, right? And then once you're there, these are the list of popular resources that you can provision. Okay, so or if you want, you can go for the list out here. I mean, if you want to select one of those out here, so you can see you have all those things: storage, security, monitoring, DevOps, Kubernetes. So all those things are there, right? Now let me actually click on compute. So these are the virtual machines and the images that are available for Azure, right? And that's not all. Yeah, these are only the ones which are featured ones that are listed out here. But if you want to have a look at all, then you can click on see all. Alright, so now soon you will get the list of all the resources that are available in the marketplace. So as you can see, these are the list of resources, and it is actually categorized based on the feature side, like those are the featured ones, the application ones, and the operating system wise or cache wise. Yeah, so those are the various options that you have, right? So all these things we are going to look in detail in the coming sessions there, because we want to work on getting certified not only on AZ 900 but AZ 104 and later on to other certifications on Azure, right? So we're going to look at in depth and go in detail. Yeah, I think that's all for now, guys. I think I've covered quite a bit today, and I hope you were able to get along nicely. And I hope you have created your free account and also you have set up your budget, right? Great. So let's move to the end of this session, and we'll meet in the next session with the new things to cover, right? Until then, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you. And don't forget to click on the subscribe icon and the bell icon to get real-time updates on the videos as soon as they're getting uploaded. Alright? Thank you and have a nice time, guys.